Hey, it's Mike from Intermittent Fasting for the Win. Welcome to the Winner's Circle. This is where I have live Facebook chats with people who doing intermittent fasting or just getting started or have been on it for years. And we discuss everything about it and just have a wonderful time. I hope you'll join me today for this one. It's going to be special. And I'll talk to you again at the end. So this is the episode of the Winner's Circle with Alison. And please say your name again.
Pizanie.
Pizanie. I want to say Pizanie.
And then you made me want to say Pizanie.
Did I? Well,
it's either way, fine.
It's a crazy world. Well, listen, Alison is the author of The Regain Remedy, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. And she's also got a Facebook group, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. If I don't forget, I told her that she needs to remind me. So the way I want to start this, and this is going to be a special episode of the Winner's Circle, okay? The way I want to start it is I want you to give me a quick synopsis of your journey. You know, just take 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, whatever, and give me a synopsis of your journey. And we're listening.
Okay, so my journey started a long time ago with just a lifetime of struggling with obesity and being overweight. And similar to Jen Stevens' story, where...
When did you first become obese or struggle with weight? At what age?
I started gaining weight after second grade.
Okay.
And it kind of just continued throughout my middle school and high school years and fluctuated a little bit in college. But the more that I tried to lose weight, the more weight I gained.
Yes.
So then I had 2 children and my weight went even higher with those pregnancies. And I just kept trying and never really had a lot of success losing weight, but always gained more when I stopped whatever diet I was doing. So finally in 2016,
like all of us do.
Like all of us,
Yeah.
Right? Everyone has that commonality. Yeah. So in 2016, I'm a teacher in an elementary school, and about 4 or 5 teachers in my building had bariatric surgery, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. And I thought to myself, I think I can do that. I think I'm ready. I need to do something that will be forced compliance to eating less. And I kind of jumped on board with that and had my surgery in June of 2016. And I was able to lose 90 pounds with that surgery. I was probably about 15 to 20 pounds away from goal, but I was able to lose 90 of it, which was, I felt wonderful at the time. It was very difficult. The whole process of weight loss surgery is long,
Yes.
It's drawn out, it's very difficult. And then I started gaining my weight back in 2019. So I was extremely upset, feeling very hopeless and depressed. I just couldn't understand why it was happening again. And I didn't know what I was going to do about it because all of the diets in the past hadn't worked. And miraculously, I came across Jen Stevens' Delay Don't Deny in January of 2020, right before the pandemic. And I started, I think it was January 4th or 5th, and I immediately stopped gaining weight. And I thought, oh my goodness, I don't really believe in this yet. I don't understand it. It goes against everything I was taught.
Yes.
But oh my goodness, I'm not gaining anymore. So I was excited. It gave me the motivation to keep going. And I went on to lose all 20 pounds of my regain. And now I'm up to an additional, altogether like 32, 33 pounds lost of my regain, plus weight that I'm losing now that I didn't lose before with the surgery.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I've been doing it since 2020 and having great success. So yeah, that's a little bit of my story.
Well, I want to tell you about one of my friends, okay? And you will relate to this, because if you didn't have to do this, I guarantee you know somebody else that did. She wanted the weight loss surgery because she said, I just need something that's going to make me do right. And she said the same thing you did. And so she went to the doctor, and the doctor told her, said, well, before you can qualify for your insurance, you have to be at a certain weight. So she actually had to gain about 20 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
So she goes through the process of gaining weight. She goes back and he says, okay, now you qualify. I can get you in on the insurance. He said, but now you need to lose some weight because we have to get your BMI down, or the surgical center won't let us operate on you. So she had to go hardcore with, she just basically went on a liquid diet. She did a lot of juicing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that upset me. That upset me that the system is rigged like that. And it also upset me that she had to go through all of that just to get to where she was. And now, several years later, the weight is coming back. As you and I know, and you can testify, and I guarantee you have other friends that you've met who went through the sleeve and did all of this, and then they ended up regaining.
Absolutely. Yes. Unfortunately, in doing the research for my book, I did kind of uncover that 75% of post-bariatric patients do gain significant weight within 6 years of their surgery, and then 50% never even make it to goal.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
seen a little higher, a little lower. And they certainly don't share that with you when you're going through the process. I mean, they do tell you you have to listen to kind of their rules, and they want you to eat a half a cup every 2 hours all day long. And we know now that that just backfires, and it doesn't serve us well. It doesn't serve our metabolic health well.
Right.
So it's so sad when you hear all of the ins and outs. And I really want to get the message out there and help as many people as I can to understand, that there is another way, and you don't have to do liquid diets or more surgery or even injectable medications. I mean, many people don't even have access to all of that, but
I'm glad that you mentioned the injectables, because Jeline just sent me a video today, and I watched it. Jeline, I watched that video. It is absolutely scary what what all is involved inside of your body, and what goes on when you inject those drugs into you. And my own brother, he was type 2 diabetics, and he's on the Ozempic. So, and I see I can see the side effects in him,
okay.
and I just don't like it. I don't like it. And I try to talk people out of it. And having you as part of my circle is going to help me to talk to people about the bariatric part of it. And I really, really appreciate you being on here today and doing this with me. Right now, I want you to plug your book.
Oh, okay. So in last year, 2024, I had my Facebook group was going. My Facebook group is also the Regain Remedy, just like my book. And you get a lot of questions. You run a Facebook group,
Yeah.
so a lot of people come in, they're interested, and that's what you're there for, right? You want to answer questions and you want to help. But I was taking notes and writing down all of these things, and I thought I just need to have it in one place. So here's my book, The Regain Remedy. It kind of just walks you through how to get started and how to continue with this lifestyle, but always keeping in mind that the bariatric population, or post-surgical population, is a special group of
Mm-hmm.
people. We do need to keep certain things in mind, because we cannot eat as much as other people. We have side effects from our surgery. So I wanted to just put it all down in a book. So it starts out with my story, and then it helps you with, choosing your plan, how many hours you're going to fast, things that will help along the way. And I do have some success stories in the back, like our friend Wendy.
Yes.
Is in my book too. So
she's a treasure.
yes.
She's a treasure.
She sure is.
Yeah. I call her my little sister, and she calls me big brother.
I do. I see that. I see that from you too. It's so nice that you guys have each other, to support one another through all of this.
Yeah. So my next question to you, I have to turn and look at my questions that I have written down. Talk to the people right now why you should try intermittent fasting before you ever went to either Ozempic or bariatric.
Okay, well, if you're considering surgery, if you're thinking about the weight loss medications or surgery, really either one, or even if you're just not contemplating that, but you have some health issues to tackle, you want to give intermittent fasting a try, because it is something that we have never done before. A lot of us have never done before. And it's really all about metabolic health and hormones in your body. And give it a try, because it is something most likely brand new that you haven't tried before, that your body hasn't learned to do before. And it does take some time, and it's good to understand the background knowledge behind it. So give either my book a read or Jen Stevens' books a read before you start.
Or my book that's going to be published next week.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I've already had sent it to 2 people to proofread for me, and Daniela read it, and she said, "Oh, please, please, please put it into print." So I worked up the cover and everything today, so it'll be in print next week.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations! That's so
Thank
exciting, and I cannot wait to read it.
I never thought I would do any of this. I never thought I would make a Facebook group. I never thought I would write a book about it. But let me tell you what, it has changed my life. And if I tear up, don't mind me. It's just an old man. But it has changed my life. It changed your life.
I completely agree. Mm-hmm.
And I went from being a loser to a winner, and you did too. And that's why I call this little thing the winner's circle, because because that's what it's about, and that's why I named my group Intermittent Fasting for the Win. But let's get back to you. Let's get back to you. My next question. I don't want it to drop out again.
I know, that was strange.
So answer this for me. Is it easier to train yourself to eat once a day, or is it easier to train yourself to eat those little bitty meals all day long?
Oh my God. It's so much easier to have an eating window.
Yes.
So with bariatric surgery, we don't want to eat just once a day, but you definitely want to have an eating window, a gentle eating window. And the difference between that and low calorie dieting or stretching out your calories or your intake throughout the entire day is night and day. It's completely different. After the first 4 to 6 weeks, it's very, very simple, very simple. Yes, you have waves of hunger, but they come and go. And recently I had gone off my eating window plan because I was on a cruise with my family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
I was eating all day, but I was starving. Every hour and a half, can we eat yet? Are we going to eat again? And that was not like me, not like how I was used to feeling over the last 5 years. So much easier just to have that eating window. And once you get used to it and you're fat adapted, it really is, it's so easy.
The way I see it is even the meal prep part of it. You're cooking for a window, and you're not trying to cook or prepare for all day long. So to me, it seems like it'd be easier. And that's one of the other things I wanted to touch on. So now, uh, my last question to you is I want you to just give an appeal as you, a person of experience with the bariatric. I want you to give an appeal to those out there who might be considering it, because we never know who's going to watch this video.
Okay, so an appeal to someone that's thinking about surgery.
Yes.
So when you have the idea to have surgery and you go to have your consultation, you are going to have a very long wait. Whether you're ready, you feel like you're ready tomorrow or not, you're going to have at least a 4 to 8 month wait. Try intermittent fasting while you're waiting and you're going through that process.
That's a great point.
You can do it while you're attending your nutrition classes, while you're getting all of your physicals. You have to see a gastroenterologist. You have to
Yes.
see a sleep study person. You have to see a cardiologist. There's so many appointments and things to do. Keep your mind busy. Start intermittent fasting. See how you feel. I know you're afraid to have major surgery because we all are. It
Yes.
is scary. There are major side effects and risks that you're going to be considering. I did trust my surgeon. I trusted my doctor, and I went ahead with it. But I really, really wish that I hadn't, because I have, although everything went relatively smooth for me, I have side effects and things that I deal with today that I really wish I did not have to. And I know there are many other people that struggle with side effects and issues that are worse than mine. So rather than having to worry, feel concern about major surgery and the recovery and how you're going to feel after, or going through all of that and then regaining anyway, give it a try. It's eat, stop, eat. Very simple. We're here for you if you need any help at all. And we would love for you to try that first.
Okay. That's I couldn't have asked for any better. I want you, and now it's in the winner circle, it's tradition. You get to ask me a difficult question about my journey. So
I have a lot of questions about your journey, and I'm hoping that I get to read it all in your new book. But for now, I want to ask you, which one should I ask? I would love to know what your friends and family think of the new Mike and your new journey, and how you live your life now around this new food and eating style.
they're blown away. Uh, my wife, bless her heart, she we've been married long enough so that she knows me, and this is all in the book. She would ask me, "Well, are you eating today?" And all of the typical questions. But after I had my knee surgery, and after I still maintained, and after I still lost after the knee surgery, one day I come in and she's drinking her coffee, and she's got it black, and she's not putting sugar in it. And I said, "When did you start doing that?" She said, "When I started fasting." I, I said, and my heart just, it
Mm-hmm.
soared, because I had had that kind of effect on my own wife. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yes, uh, my family, they look at me altogether different now. That's a good
That's ex
question.
that's
That's a
excellent. I'm so happy for you.
that's a good question. Listen, I have treasured this conversation with you.
I,
You
I
are a
love
bless. You're a
thank you. I
blessing.
love your group, and you are a very special person as well. That comes through. It radiates through your concern for others, your the way you're so sincere and gentle with people. It really is so good,
That's
and I'm so glad that people have the support there in your group.
that's enough about me.
Well, I'm looking forward to your book, and thank you so much for talking to me tonight.
And listen, I wish you well, and I appreciate your time here. And we're going to wrap it up and say bye bye.
Bye. Talk to you soon.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And I'll see you next time right here on the Winner's Circle.